Hi everyone, this is Andy from GizChina, and this morning we're looking at ColorOS 2.0 on the Oppo Find 7. For 2.0, Oppo have taken a few ideas from other ROMs, so we can see some animations and some styles from iOS 7, and we also have a similar lock screen to the one that we find on the Meizu MX3 and Flyme. Okay, so anyway, let's start with the lock screen. So as usual, we can double tap to unlock, and we've got our picture, and it slowly pulses in and out, and we can see we've got an arrow here which is telling us we can lift this screen up to unlock it. So there you go, and I've got a message there. Okay, so if we go back, double tap and unlock, and you can see that these applications here, the icons and the widget here, sort of pop up from the bottom. If I had a message or an email or a WeChat message, icons would be placed along the bottom, and I'd be able to directly open that app from in there. Also from here I can slide, sorry, one moment, there is a way to do it. Okay, you've got to slide right from the edge, and you can open up the camera directly from the lock screen. You got to do it directly from the edge of the phone, otherwise it won't work. If you do it here, it won't do anything, but if you do it from the edge, there you go. So this is still a beta, so some things aren't quite as smooth as they should be. Alright, so once we're in here, we've got the home screen is the same. There isn't any changes here really. But once we get into the notifications and things, there are a few differences. Normally, for example, if we wanted to open up the gesture control panel, we would either swipe from the left or the right, but for ColorOS 2.0, the gesture control panel is in the bottom. And you can see that our most popular gestures that we run are here. So when you start using a gesture a lot, you'll see an icon appear here, and you just press that instead of drawing the icon. So it's a shortcut for a shortcut, which is quite neat. And the notifications, it's all transparent now, so you can see through it. Looks a bit more classy, a little bit like iOS 7. And also the fact that you can slide from the bottom is similar to iOS 7 too. Alright, so you can see there aren't any major changes here on the home screen. If we just go, sorry, and again on the app drawer, there aren't any really huge major changes here. Let's go into the settings so I can just show you that I am running ColorOS 2.0. Okay, so I just bring this up so you can see it a bit better. Sorry, there you are. So it's ColorOS 2.0 Beta, Android 4.3. Okay, let's put that back down again. Alright. Okay, so let's just go out of here. Take a look at the camera app. Let's pick that up so you can see it a little bit better. And I will focus it so you can see it better. There you go. Alright, so again, no major changes, just a few icon changes. And if we go into the settings, we've just got new icons here and there. Just looks a bit more flat and neat than it used to. There we are, I just woke up. Alright. And you can see we've still got the the new version of the ColorOS, these new features like RAW, GIF. We've got audio, picture, scan poster, super zoom, which gives us 50 megapixel cameras in there too, images in there too. And in our video mode, we still have 4K video and everything. Alright, let's go back to the phone, see what other differences we have. Let's focus that again. Alright. So another thing that Oppo have done with ColorOS 2.0, they've added a lot of new gesture controls. So first of all, I need to go in and turn these gesture controls on. Gesture and motion. And we can see there's a lot of different things in here now. So we have custom gestures, black screen gestures, which are what you have anyway on ColorOS, meaning you can just draw on the lock screen. We have something new called sky gestures, which actually means we swipe the phone in the air and then an application will open up. I'll show you that in a moment. We have custom air gestures, camera motion. We'll have a look at camera motion first. So basically what camera motion is, it's just another way we can open up the camera from any application. So you're in any application and you just drag that in and the camera pops up. So I can be sending a message and then drag that in and the camera will open up. So it's 3 fingers from the corners and pull it in and the camera will open. So nice, neat feature. If you need to open the camera quickly, that's quite smart. Okay, let's see what other we have. Let me see. Customized air gestures. So we can turn these air gestures on. So we can have these customized air gestures on in the photos, the Oppo launcher, reader, and the browser. And this is just your basic, swipe. And we can have that in the browser and other things too. Oops, sorry, keep going into the wrong thing. Okay, let's go back into the settings. Okay, sky gestures is an interesting one. So as you can see here, there's already some preset sky gestures in here. Can you see? We have a Z to unlock, V for flashlight, circle for the camera, M for movie, and W for WeChat. Now you don't write these on, you actually draw them. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to move the camera just to show you how these work. Just one moment. Okay, so we're looking at the OSense sky gestures now. So if I just press one of these gestures, it will show us how to use it. So this is the W for WeChat. And what you would need to do is, on the lock screen, you hold down the volume button until the phone vibrates, and then you make this W shape, and the app should open. Okay, let's take a look, see how good it is. I just lock the screen. Okay, and I just hold the volume button. I'm going to open the camera, okay? Oh, it's not wanting to vibrate. Let's just try this again. So this is still a beta, so let's make sure I've kept it turned on. Sky gestures. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, so if I make a circle and let go, the camera opens up. Let's try something else. So if I hold the volume, vibrate, make a V, and the torch opens up. If I hold it down and make an M, it should start making a movie. Oh, he thought I did a W. So, okay, so again, I mean, it's a little bit difficult to do it here because I haven't got much room to keep it on camera. But you can see the idea is there, and I'm sure that it will get polished as time goes by. Okay, let's adjust the camera again. Okay, so that was OSense sky gestures. We'll have a quick look at the other gestures in here. So I'll go back into gestures and motion, and we've got this black screen gestures now. These are the same as what you can have on your N1 and Find 5 already with ColorOS, but we've got a lot more pre-created gestures here. So Oppo obviously wants us to use these gestures more than we already are doing. If any of those gestures aren't what you want, you can still create your own gestures too. So you can create an M, for example, would call your mother, or B for boyfriend or whatever. All right. So this is ColorOS 2.0 on the Oppo Find 7. I'm just checking if there's any other details in here which I can show you. I think that's about it. So those are the changes for now. I'm going to keep running this beta for a while, and then if there are any updates, I'll obviously update it and see what other changes are made. I'm hoping that there'll be a bit of a change to the overall UI. We've seen a change to the notifications and the gestures, and we've seen a change to the lock screen. I'd like to see a more simple, plain-looking home screen and icon pack too on ColorOS. But yeah, those are nice features. I'm not sure when Oppo are planning to roll that out internationally, but we'll keep an eye on that for you. Okay, so thank you all for your time and have a great Sunday. Goodbye.